Have you ever hosted a meeting and suddenly people start to go off camera, or when you are live in that same meeting room, people start to scroll on mobile, and then you start to entertain that inner dialogue saying, I'm not good enough. Why did she go off camera? Did I say something wrong? Have you ever experienced that? I have, but many people, more than you know, have experienced just that of feeling less than. And the one question I got again and again and again is, how do I stay detached? So in this short video, I'm going to give you the 3-step formula for how I stay detached, or how I got from being overwhelmed and attached to the result to being so attached to the conversation and detached from the result. All right, so stay with me. Background. For most of my professional career, I was attached to the result, and I was attached to the feedback people gave me. Little did I know that I should really have a filter and only listen to those who really wanted to help me grow. And I want to give you that. You probably know that, but I want to remind you, only listen to those people who want to help you grow and help you live your life full out. Those who do not support your journey, don't listen to them, because they come from ego, they want to be in control, and they shouldn't really have any room in your life, right? At least from what your belief systems. But oftentimes we start to believe those people who are really vocal. And that's where the attachment or detachment comes in. Don't listen to them. So if people started to go off camera or scrolling, I would be like you. I would start blaming myself that I was not good enough. But I learned that the way to live full out is to show up prepared, also mentally prepared, and just really allowing myself to be present. No more playing small, no more telling myself I am less than. I hear it so often. Titles does not equal influence, but from society and history, we're given way too much power to titles. But actually, we haven't listened to people with true and authentic influence. Now it's time to redefine what leadership is really about. It's nothing to do with the title. It's all about how you influence and how you lead. And that's also about attachment and detachment. So I came to a point in my life where I wanted to learn and I give myself the permission to live my life full out, which meant that I had to learn to let go of being attached to how other people wanted me to serve, how other people wanted me to show up. And that work is only to happen from within. You have to love you so much. You have to tell yourself that you're so good, that you're good enough. That is the inner piece of the inner work I did. And I've done for a long time. It's a lot of healing. It may sound simple, maybe it sounds easy, but it's not. But you get to commit yourself that you are worthy enough to lead in a way that is in alignment of who you are, that you are worthy enough to lead in a way that is fearless and authentic. You can be authentic and you can show up from a loving perspective, say everything with love, right? That was my mission. I wanted to learn to do that because most of my career, I didn't show up that way. And it didn't feel congruent to who I was. It didn't feel in alignment to who I really am. So that was the step one. Where do you give away power? And why do you give away power? Be so curious about when you give away power and start healing whatever needs to be healed, those limiting beliefs, those imposter syndromes. Who told you you were not good enough? Who told you you couldn't share something? Who told you that you couldn't cry? Who told you that you were not good enough? Who told you that you couldn't raise your hand because you're in a meeting with a CEO? Who told you that you couldn't add something to the agenda? Who told you? That were their beliefs, but it's not the truth. So be so curious about all your current beliefs, right? Step one is then to learn to reclaim your power. And that's what I did. I really started to say, I'm good enough. And I started doing the reps, the rehearsals, say, I am good enough. I want to be that fearless leader. I want to show up for myself. I want to show up as the best trusted advisor each and every day. I was sick and tired of playing small. I was sick and tired of hiding. I was sick and tired of conforming to how other people wanted me to conform, or thought that was the best way to conform. Definitely, I was not me. Who was I? I don't know, but I was not me. So when I made that choice to say, now it's me, now I want to show up as who I truly am, then I stepped away from being attached to the result to attached to the conversation. And that's, I want you to remember. Most people are attached to the result. Be so attached to the conversation. You cannot control the result, but you can control the conversation. If you want to control the result, you don't come from your highest place of servantship. You come from ego, and you want to stay in control. And I had a conversation with a client the other day. And most of us are taught in corporate to focus on the how, but we're missing all the cues in between, because most leaders just come in and think they're going to fix it. You're not going to fix it. If you want to be that highest version of yourself, that trusted advisor, you want to listen, because you do not know everything. So that was the learning of step two, is to learn to allow yourself to be so present, stay attached to the conversation and detach from the result. And then step three is to practice staying detached. The question I had the other day was, how do I, then the question was, people were leaving the meeting. I say, I have to ask you this question. When people were leaving my Zoom meeting, I start to feel less than. Have you ever felt like that? And I said, yes, I have. But I also now know that I rather want to have quality people in my room than quantity people in my room. If people do not resonate with what I share, then they're wasting their time. If people are not ready to really connect with who they are and how they can take their life to the next level, and I'm not a match for them, they shouldn't be in this room. We are not meant for everyone. There are billions of people on this planet, then billions of companies in the pharma and life science, medtech, biotech industry. Don't just bet your life on 2 or 3 companies. There's plenty of opportunities out there. And that's what I learned. So sometimes I actually be grateful that people leave, because those who leave sometimes come in with a negative energy. And I'd rather want to be in a room with people who are really ready to take their lives to the next level and have meaningful conversations, compared to people who are not ready to do that work. It's not for everyone. And I learned that. Actually, I just dropped a interview with Lida Citroën about just that. We are not one for everyone. We are someone for those who resonate with our message. We're not everyone. We're not for everyone, right? So step 3 is about showing up for yourself, the highest version of myself. What I do and say to myself each and every morning, how do my highest version of me show up today? I played so small most of my professional career. I've been hiding, I've been shying, I wanted to run away, I made myself sick. No more. I want to show up as who I am. I want to live my life full out. And I want to help you live your life full out as well. That's what we are in this room together today. How to learn to stay detached. Life is too short to stay attached to the result and detach from the conversation. Do it the other way. And most of all, show up for yourself. Love yourself so much to be present in each and every conversation. If this speaks to you, I have just opened the waitlist for our group VIP event that is happening in December. We are going to create your blueprint for Fearless Leadership 2025. This is for you if you're ready to take your life and your career to the next level. If you're so honest with yourself saying, yes, actually, most of my leadership is based on fear, lack, imposter syndrome, than actually showing up for myself, coming from the highest place of servantship. I want to create a bigger impact in this world. And most of all, I want to take my life to the next level. I want to be a role model for my family, for my kids, all those in my circle who I can inspire. If this is you, join the waitlist. We have only 8 seats for the first round, but I'd love you to join us if you feel called. We also have 1 spot open for private coaching starting January 2025. If this speaks to you, reach out to me for a conversation. And of course, my signature program, Project Olympus. This community are for those who are ready to do the deep inner work. It's not if you want to come in for a conversation. We do have amazing and meaningful conversations, but this conversation or this room is all about helping you stepping into that next level of yours, going from fearless and overwhelmed to be an extraordinary leader who leads and is no longer a follower. So if you are ready to take your leadership to the next level, then book a call with me and let's explore if Project Olympus could be the right next step for you. If you join us, you will get a free ticket to the VIP group day, and you want to bundle the two because they go hand in hand. That will fast track your journey and your results for next year. So enough about that. I hope to see you in one room or the other. Closing this, remember, you are good enough. Remember that it's your birthright to lead from your highest place. And remember to show up and serve so deeply, be attached to the conversation and not attached to the result. You cannot control this result, but you can control, and you have a choice how you show up in each and every conversation. So make that conversation meaningful. That is what matters. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate you. I love you. Till next video, stay safe. Bye for now.